You're tuned in to INC Radio, changing life through God's words. And up next na po is INC Radio's Faith and Melody, a program where we talk about our faith and listen to our favorite INC original music. The first song on our playlist for today is My Strength and Confidence.
I know that life can be frightening. Unrest is everywhere. People are fighting. The ground shakes violently. Storms pound relentlessly. So many unusual things are happening. In a world that can be scary, my feet move forward sure and steady. Because the Lord my God is ahead of me. He marches with me and takes care of me. So in the face of pain, in the grip of fear, I believe in His words that I hear. Because I trust in all His promises. I rely on Him, my strength and confidence. I'm buried in problems, stuck in confusion. But God rescues me and gives me His solutions. When I'm in danger and my life's in the balance, He protects me with His powerful arm at once. In a world that can be scary, my feet will fall ashore and steady. Because the Lord my God is ahead of me. He marches with me and takes care of me. So in the face of pain, in the grip of fear, I believe in His words that I hear. Because I trust in all His promises. I rely on Him, my strength and confidence. It's a done deal, oh yeah. The best is yet to happen. My God assures me, so I'll fight bravely. I won't give up following Him. In a world that can be scary, my feet move forward sure and steady. Because the Lord my God is ahead of me. He marches with me and takes care of me. So in the face of pain, in the grip of fear, I believe in His words that I hear. Because I trust in all His promises. I rely on Him, my strength and confidence.
Don't be afraid to take the baby steps. It's another day. Don't forget God's just a prayer away. Don't give up now. Trust the process and keep learning. And if you need a friend, we're in this together, together, together. We're in this together, together, together. We're in this together, together, together. Together as a family, in faith and melody.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all of our listeners and viewers of INC Radio's Faith and Melody, a program where we talk about our faith and listen to our favorite INC digital music. And I am Brother Stanley and Mandy po from the District of Calgary, Canada.
Hello, hello. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everyone out there. I am Carolyn Shank from Sacramento District of Northeast California, and today is a wonderful day. Kuya Stan, today it is going to be 88 degrees or
Ooh,
31 degrees Celsius here. It's super warm here. So, um, yeah, we have this the sun's out and we're gonna be we're gonna get physical out here because now we can do a lot of jogging, right? Or walking.
that's very nice. Even for us here, we are expecting a little higher temperatures today, because just yesterday, Mommy Care, it rained here, but
Oh,
we are expecting a sunny day or partly sunny, rather. And currently, we're at 9 degrees Celsius. So, that's just about what, probably 50s in Fahrenheit there,
oh
or
yes, yes. About 50. So it's still sweat. That would be sweater weather
yeah,
here for us here in Sacramento.
but
But for this weather, yeah,
no.
no.
And there's a forecast din po, tomorrow we might expect a thunderstorm, so please, but please be safe as well, and stay warm because these storms or the this rain could also be cold and chilly, especially with the wind coming in. So please stay safe po and stay warm if ever it gets cold po. Ayan po, and there you have it. And how to tune in our broadcast for today, you can go to our YouTube channel at INC Radio DZM 954 and go to our live now and go to our live chat feature, which we have two links for you today. We have our solo link, which is dedicated for our show for today, our episode of Faith and Melody. But we also have the 24-hour live stream, which is dedicated here for all the contents here on INC Radio. And please drop your comments, your song requests, and even your insights for today because our topic for today is building confidence and courage. So that will be our topic for today. You can also contact us on our email at faithandmelody@incradio.net. And again, that email is faithandmelody@incradio.net. And what to expect in our today's show for today. Get ready to play along in our icebreaker. We also have our F&M heartbeat segment later. We also have our wonderful curated INC original music, and as well get reminded in our verse of the week. And again, join us in our topic discussion for today, and as well drop down your song requests, and we'll try to play them in today's broadcast or within the week. So there you go. And but before we go to our next segment, actually, we just want to say hi to the people there and the brethren there in our team live chat. So we'll start first with our first honor. Our first honor there, our early bird for today. Kuya Art Christian Roda, hello po, good morning, and hello Faith and Melody. Happy viewing po and greetings po for the local congregation of Noveleta, district of Cavite here in the Philippines. And as well, of course, our mommy care there is in the team live chat as well. We have Tita Zenaida there. Hello, Faith and Melody. Greetings po from Midtown Toronto. Get ready to Toronto, Canada. And as well, we have a new viewer po. We have uh, Perlin Fernandez po. Watching po from Surigao del Sur, Philippines po. Thank you so much po for staying up with us. I know it's late there po. Currently, it's 12:11 a.m. A.m. there. So, um, and as well, we also have a new viewer too. We have Carlina Torres. Well, good morning, everyone watching from Los Angeles County District there. And you're saying happy viewing to everybody there as well. And there you go. So moving on to our next part of our segment, of our program, rather, our icebreaker. Kuya.
Icebreaker!
It is now time to break the ice. Yes, it is that time. And we're so excited for you today because our icebreaker for today is also one of our classics here on our icebreaker. Our icebreaker for today is word association. So there you go. There you have it. And so the host and panelist will try to associate one word in our prompt, and you can explain why. So we'll alternate here. So for our, and we'll post that word on our team live chat. So there you go. So for our first word, for our word association, and this will be the first word that comes in your mind. Will be so. First word will be challenges.
First one, I challenges. I
Challenges.
can only think of mind, mind, like the mind, like your mind.
Mind challenges.
Yes, mind challenges that I have to think. Yes,
Um,
mind.
for me, the first thing I thought of challenges is obstacles. So similar to challenges. That's the first thing that come into my mind. But the second one would actually been approach. So different
Ooh.
approach to challenges there. So let us know there from everybody there. Let us know for our first word, which is challenges, and the first word that comes in your mind if you hear the word challenges. Okay, so let us know there in our team live chat, and we put the word there as well. So let us know your insights. So we would love to hear from you as well. So, and we also want to greet the people in our 24-hour live stream. Po. Let us know po, where are you tuning in from, and we'll try to greet you there po, in our live stream. So as well po, participate in our icebreaker. We have our word association in this icebreaker. So there you go. So that's for challenges. So we'll wait for our team live chat to respond for that. And but moving on to our next word. Our next word is confidence. Confidence.
Strength, strength
Yeah.
for me.
Um
Confidence.
confidence for me steadfast.
Ooh,
Yeah.
nice.
There you go. And
Nice.
from our Christian mother po, Mommy Kerry, he said, it's the best of challenge accepted. I think accepted
Ooh,
is the first word that comes into his mind. So there you go. Accepted is the first word that comes in his mind. There you go. And we also
good
have
one, good.
Kalani there po. Hello po from everybody daw po. Everybody daw po. There you go. And she is tuning in from the district of New York. Ayan po. Hello po. I believe in New York it's currently 12:15 in the afternoon. So hello po
Mhm.
there for everybody. So there you go. So yeah, let us know on our team live chat. So our second word was confidence. Let us know what's the first word that comes into your mind when you hear confidence. There you go. So moving on to our next word, we also have courage. Courage.
Brave, bravery.
That was the first thing I also think about. Courage, bravery. Um, yeah, I would have said bravery too. That was the first thing that came into my mind as well. So Um, it's hard. It's hard
I know
to
that was hard. That was hard. But courage always goes back to confidence also. So if you have the confidence, you'll have that courage to be brave for
for
bravery.
abilities as well, like abilities.
Yes.
So there you go. That'll be for mine, for courage. There you go. So yeah, the for our team live chat from Kuya or Christian Roda. He said, "Be confident in my ability to all of my life." There you go. There you go.
Ooh.
Right? Yeah, be
Yes.
confident in your ability. Yeah, within all of our life. There you go. And for our next word, mommy care, we have task. Task.
Planning.
Ooh,
Planning. To
I was
plan.
I was gonna say organizing,
Ooh.
organizing your task based on
Yeah.
difficulty.
Yes, exactly. Or planning. Planning the task to reach that goal.
Yeah, nice. I love that. I love that. Yeah, there you go. And mommy care, I believe our Tita Zenaida have answered your question there in our team live chat.
Yes. She, Manang Zeni is having French toast with peanut butter and strawberry jam. That sounds really good. That's a task to have to eat breakfast.
Ooh. And he said, she said, task equals to goal. There you go.
Oh, yes,
Nice,
yes.
nice. There you go. And for our last one here, for our icebreaker, for our last word, we have feedback. Feedback.
Team live chat, because they're always giving us
Oh,
feedback, right? Team live
let's
chat.
team light chat. There you go. And for me, feedback, constructive or
Ooh,
positive. That's the first two words.
yes, yes.
So, constructive or positive. There you go. Right. And from Kuya our Christian Roda, um, there you go. He said, a daily task for you to take notes of reminders and life is goals. So there you go. There you
Yes,
go.
that's a good
Right.
one. Good one.
There you
Yes.
go. Keep it. Ayan, diba? And you know, that is our icebreaker for our icebreaker for today. It is word association. Well, thank you so much, po, to everybody who continues to participate in our icebreaker. Let us know, po. You can still contact us on our email on faithandmelody@incradio.net if you have any more suggestions or any feedback that you would like to us to hear. Right, so we are here to listen as well to from our team live chat as well. And that is it. And moving on to our next segment in our program, we have our F&M Heartbeats.
Your requested song, our favorites, Faith and Melody Heartbeats.
And it is time for our F&M Heartbeats. And we have two songs for you back to back. The two IN's original music, but that you will hear for our F&M Heartbeats for today is Solid Faith and Faith in Our Hearts. So Faith and Melody will be right back right after our F&M Heartbeat segment. See you soon, everybody.
Hey brother, hey sister, don't you know this is spiritual warfare? No time for sitting or standing in the middle. We need to be vigilant. We've got to stand firm with no compromise. Don't fall victim to the devil's lies. Our faith deeply rooted in the words of God. We are members of the Church of Christ. To have solid faith. We need to have solid faith. Solid faith. We need to have solid faith. Solid faith. Solid and unmovable. Prove our faith is genuine to the Lord. Through our obedience and our diligence, follow His every command. Be decisive now and let's be one with the leader God placed in His nation. Motivated by love, He leads us on to the promised salvation. We need to have solid faith. We need to have solid faith. Solid faith. We need to have solid faith. Solid faith. obedience and submission to receive our salvation. Redouble our efforts in serving the Lord God with no reservation and no hesitation. Intensive obedience and submission to receive our salvation. Receive our salvation. We need to have solid faith. Solid faith. We need to have solid faith. Solid faith. Solid faith. Solid faith. Hey, hey, hey. Solid faith. Solid faith. We need to have solid faith. Solid faith.
We stand tall, undefeated, victorious and strengthened. Our strength comes from God, the Almighty Father. Through the faith in our hearts, He will grant our prayers. Through His mighty hand, we shall help the world to better understand, to let them know His word. We'll keep our faith strong and ready for anything that may come into our lives, that may try to strike us down. But through the faith in our hearts, we will conquer all. Through His mighty hands, we shall help the world to better understand, to let them know His words. We'll keep our faith strong and ready for anything that may come into our lives, that may try to strike us down. But through the faith in our hearts, we will conquer all. We'll keep our faith strong and ready for anything that may come into our lives, that may try to strike us down. But through the faith in our hearts, we will conquer all. Through the faith in our hearts, we will conquer all.
And welcome back to INCRadio's Faith and Melody, a program where we talk about our faith and listen to our favorite IN's original music po, and the two songs that you just heard po in our FNM Heartbeat segment for today was Solid Faith and Faith in Our Hearts. And we're going to our topic discussion right now, and our topic for today is building confidence and courage. There you go. And in the times we live in, we apply confidence throughout our life. This might be in our school, work, and other instances as well. But before we start off our discussion, she has entered our panel here for today. And I would like to greet our executive producer on the panel, Tita Des. Hello po, Tita Des. In in a few uh,
Yes. Good morning. Aloha kakahiya ka. I'm sorry. I rearranged my cables here. That's why I'm trying to reach. I had a short one, but it's not my excuse. Aloha kakahiya ka. Good morning. Ate Care, Kuya Stan, and to everyone, our Ohana, wherever you are. How are you po?
we're good po, Tita Des,
Good
and
po, good.
we just
Sorry.
want to greet as well. We have Kuya Rod as well there in our team live chat. Hello, Kuya Rod. Hello, Faith and Melody. Greetings from Livermore, Northeast California. And there you go. And you know, as we go on our topic discussion, and in the times we live in, again, we apply confidence throughout our life, right? And then this might be through work, through school, or maybe even other instances or circumstances as well. So to start off our discussion for today, and this is for our team live chat, and as well for all of you there wherever you may be listening as well. So for to start off our topic discussion, what is what is your definition of confidence? So what is your definition of confidence? And we'll put that question as well in our team live chat, and let us know there too. What is your definition of confidence? I know I said that three times, but just to make sure that you hear our question for today. There you go, right? And there you go. So for me, if I may start off, my definition of confidence is the feeling that you can rely or um, have faith on something that you work towards to, right? And this might be you being confident in your goal, you might being confident in your um, in your abilities as well. So that for me is definition of confidence, which you have faith and to rely on to someone or to uh, on that, right? So there you go. And we posted our question there in our team live chat as well. But for our team panel here, for you, Mommy Care, what is your definition of confidence?
I think I was still kind of deciding what to say, but I think for confidence, you are strong, strong of what you want to do, what you believe.
Mm,
You want to go ahead and go for it. You're confident that you want to do that. You're confident, sorry, excuse me, that you uh, want to go for what you want to go for, and you know what you want, and there's no stopping you. It's because you're confident that you want this to happen, or that this is what you believe as well. For me, Kuya.
there you go. Look at that. And being strong. I totally agreed. And that exactly correlates to our first song in our playlist too for today, right? My strength and confidence, right? So um wholly those two are a good pair to match with, right? So having that strength, having that being strong is also being confident as well, right? So um yeah, there we have it.
I think
And
also,
go
Kuya,
ahead.
I wanted to add that also that you know your qualities, and you know what your ability is, and if you know what that is, and you can use that to whatever task or goal that is in front of you, that's also, I feel like, it's confidence, because you know what you're going to do, you know what you're going to uh, go through with that task, that you know you have a plan for that task, and you're confident that you know that this is what will happen with all the abilities that you have as well.
And
Sorry
if
for
it
the
Yes.
might
rest.
just compliment Ate Care, ha? the matching color and the top and the microphone, right? I wish you can do that with mine, but there you go. That's confidence as well.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, the ability to trust yourself and self-respect. So confidence is believing in yourself, trusting that you're able to do it, and of course, with the help of our Almighty God.
Yes, very true, right? And because all of our characteristics comes from him, even our everything comes from him, right? So that's really important as well. Would you like greet po as well? Si Ate Ben White there. Good morning po everybody from Calamba City, Laguna, district of Calamba City, Laguna there in the Philippines. Ayan po. Thank you so much for Ate Ben White for tuning in with us for today. And speaking.
Suddenly, I'm craving for espasol at Ate Ben White. Can you message me? Can you find me on Telegram or Facebook? I wanna ask us, po, just a
That's my
little
hometown
information.
district, Tita Des. Calamba City,
Oh
Laguna.
yes, so you might see her,
I might see
right?
her po.
When
So,
you go back.
Cabin White, uh,
Ayun,
Ooh.
I might see you there po
isn't that
this year.
fun?
So,
Ayun,
just
ate, get in touch with Kuya Stan as well, because my connection with Kalamba is that's where I was baptized.
Oh,
So
wow.
ooh.
yeah, we lived in Laguna for a while, and and I used to commute, no, when we lived in Pila, Laguna, and I had to go to school in España, Manila. So every day, right? Yeah,
Mm.
actually, and then every Monday, one of my beautiful memories with my father was we would wake up really early, like 3 a.m., and take the bus, right? And by the time he needs to get off at Calamba, I'd start crying. So from Calamba up to Manila, like in Taft Avenue, somewhere there in Manila, I'd be crying until I go to school at around 6 a.m. So, Ate Ben White, may connection tayo. At pati
Yes
si Kuya
po.
Stan.
Yes po, if we're in the Philippines po, Tita. There's a little quick story. I am from ano po, Binyan, Laguna. That's where I was born po. So,
Mhm.
and we used to live din po in Santa Rosa, Laguna as well. There you
Oh,
go. So,
wow.
hello po to the. I just want to greet also my home, like my hometown locale there, local congregation of Kabuyao. Ayan, from
Oh,
the.
I'm familiar with those areas. As
Yes po.
another story, no. So, over the weekend we were in downtown here, and they have it's now like a tourist kind of transportation, but like the open bus. So I have memories where we would take that bus. At the care a long time ago, the buses in the Philippines, and that's my one of my distinct memories of Laguna is we take that bus where the sides are open. So it's just like one, row. It's a row of seats, and then the sides are open, and those are buses. And that's one
Mm.
of the fun memories that I have. But of course, because of safety, they have to phase it out. But I don't know if Kuya Stan had that chance to ride one of those buses while growing up. Maybe
Uh,
no more, right?
I think
Libre
no
at
more
that
po,
time.
Tita Des. I think
No more.
no more po. But another connection from our team live chat. Kuya Rod. So her mom, as his mom, sorry, is from Liliw, Laguna. So there you go.
Oh,
So there you go, and they went there, and it's a nice place. So we have it's such a small world, Tita Des.
it
There you go,
is.
and that's being confident.
Wow.
That's being
Wow.
confident,
That's being
right?
Yeah,
you
being
know, being
able to
com
share a story.
Yes.
yeah. Well, my story is my street outside my housing is Laguna. it's,
Oh,
it's called Laguna.
see, we're all
So
connected.
We're all
yeah,
connected
we're
through.
all connected through
Look
Laguna.
at that. And we define the word confidence. But speaking of definition of confidence, how do you build your confidence, right? And sometimes confidence doesn't come 100% of the time, right? And sometimes we're so nervous, right? We have your sweaty hands and palms, and sometimes you know you feel sweaty, right? But how do you um build your confidence? And um, well, for me, if I might start off, for me to build my confidence, um, how I do it every day is I give myself positive feedback and self talk, right? And it's important that you have that inner dialogue with yourself, right? And especially, um, at least you with that inner dialogue, you're aware of what your capabilities are and the abilities that you can do, and as well, you could um, as well with that uh, have a positive outlook already when it comes to your confidence. So that's my take on how I build my confidence from today to day. There you go. How about our fellow panelists here, and as well for our team live chat? Let us know what is how do you build your confidence there as well. So um,
Sometimes, Kuya, to build your confidence, you have to challenge yourself. Like you said, sometimes when you have a task or you have something to do and you start to sweat, you start to have, you know, um, your palms start to also sweat as well. Sometimes you have to challenge yourself, and build your confidence, and just go ahead and go for it. And once you take that first step, then the second step gets a little bit easier. It's like baby steps to where you want to be at, and you build your confidence that way as well to get where you want to get at. Um, I know we're going to go more into it, but I know just to do that, you have to just challenge yourself as well to build your confidence.
Yeah, I agree,
I-
Ati Care. Just get on with it. It's you don't know what's gonna happen, how you're going to react, how you're going to feel until you get on with it, right? So everything, all the fears that we have before doing something, they're all just questions. And if you want to find the answers, just go find the answers by getting on with it. Like we always give this as an example, being on INCRadio. Of course, we not everybody has the ability to speak publicly, no, or being able to articulate ourselves, expressing ourselves. And even us, we've been doing this for quite a while. We'd still have moments where we'd feel like we were it's not that we're questioning our abilities, but there's just the nervousness, and there's the little tightness in the stomach, right? Like you
I still
pray
get that.
earnestly. Yeah, it does. Like, yeah,
real.
I'm reminded again how long I've been doing this. So it's like but the feeling is always new every time we get out there, and every experience is different, and you only get to experience that if you do it, and that's how you build confidence. The more that you get on with it, the more that you expose yourself even to embarrassment, the more that we expose ourselves to failures, that's how we build more confidence. It's like, I've done this already. How can we top that? Like that was probably the most embarrassing thing that I've done. What else can embarrass me? Let's get on with it. And that's being confident.
Like so with that po, Tita Despo, would you agree po that does regular practice po and preparation enhance your confidence in specific task po or situations po?
Most definitely, because even if practice can be just by yourself, right, or
Mm-hmm.
with friends, and you can consider every experience as your practice as well for something bigger. So you not a lot of us will get on the big stage right away. We start small, we start at the bottom, and the every time we're using public speaking as an example. Every time we appear, every time we make that speech, then consider that as practice as well. Perfect practice if you can, right? It's not just, oh, it's just practice, I can make mistakes. No, but it's an actual practice to something bigger. So by
I
ourselves,
yeah,
doing it right, yeah, practice as in practice, right?
practice,
And
right?
then the next time, that's your actual practice. Then we make that joke sometimes like, oh, practice lang yan. And we were already done with the big performance because we wanted people to see our growth as well, so that the next time around they'll see that we have matured whatever craft we're practicing.
I want to elaborate on that as well, Atides. When I first started on radio, it wasn't even on radio right away because the curiosity was just to ask questions of how does this work? How does radio work? And when they said give it a try, I said no, 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 I can't get on camera yet. I'm not ready. So when I first started to go on camera and they asked me again, try it. All you have to do is weather check. Takes 2 minutes on cam. You go there, you say the weather, you're done. So I said, okay, I could do that. 2 minutes, right? So I go and I do the weather check for a few weeks. And you just go up there and you say the weather here in Sacramento is 80 degrees, blah blah blah, right? 2 minutes is done. I'm off cam. I'm done. I just you're not even panelist. You're just done. So after a few weeks, I thought, wow, I think I could do this. I can do a little bit more. I could do a little bit more. So you do the weather and you do a report outside. You just do a quick report, mention activities, mention what's going on. Okay, I did that, right? A few weeks go by, I said, you know what? I think I could do a little bit more than that. So as every task that I get to add on, um, being on radio, it boosts my confidence to add on more tasks, right? So every week, every month, it was just added on. The next thing you say, oh, why don't you host? Why don't you host? Or why don't you be one of the hosts? You could just be host for 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Oh, okay, I could do that. Again, as you keep going, um, and adding on more tasks to yourself, because you're also challenging yourself, you're also building your confidence. And 2 years later, now where I am now, because again, like Atija says, practice makes perfect, or the more you do it, the more practice you get. And with this 2 years later, sometimes they can't keep me quiet, right? They keep talking because now I could host, you know. So if you keep practicing of what you like to do, and you just you work at it, and you make it every time you come on, for us to host or be on radio, you add a little bit of something, right? You add a little bit of something to make it a little bit better, because you always want to level that up. It takes time. Like, sometimes it doesn't take days, it doesn't take weeks, but for a couple of years, the confidence builds up. And then that's where I feel like, oh, you're just starting off. Okay, let me help you because I was in that position. Let me hold your hand and I'll show you the ways, because we could do this together. So building that confidence does sometimes you don't do it alone, right? Sometimes you have somebody there with you to build that confidence. So if you feel like you want to be a host, or you want to challenge yourself to be a host, then call one of us and
Join
just
us.
say, hey, join us,
Yeah, but we're just making public speaking and appearing on radio as an example because that's our personal experience. But
Mhm.
definitely in our everyday lives, whatever task that we have, it's an opportunity for us to practice and to develop the skills. Now, there are practice, meaning you do it, no, because that's your task, right? You do it every day, and repetition itself, right? And the next time that you do it, building on more skills on that, and as you do it daily, regularly, it's like practice as well, so that when you have to when you're called to do something more, something bigger, right? Something more important, then you're ready for the so-called bigger picture, because everything in life is just preparing us for something really big. I don't think anyone wanted to stay just like, wherever they, it's comfortable probably like wherever we are, but because we have a variety of skills, we have so many talents that God has given us. God is always preparing us for something bigger. Just open ourselves up to that possibility. So every day, consider every day as practice. Maybe we can say, oh, I don't have really confidence to talk to someone. You know what? When you go out, greet your neighbor and just say hi. Maybe, even before you open your mouth, you're already like making your mental practice dialogue. Like, how am I going to say it? Hello, neighbor. Good morning, neighbor. You do that. Like that's our practice. And before you even articulate it, you have already had a mental practice, so that when you say it, even if your voice cracks up, it's usually the case, right? No matter how you practice, and then the first time you actually say something out loud, you miss something or mess it, you miss it, or you make a mess, right? But that's how it is. So maybe it didn't go as planned the first time. There's another neighbor that you're going to see. Say hello, good morning, neighbor. So uh, yes, we actually need to find those opportunities, because if we're just cooped up in our own little space, in our own homes, or in our own cubicle at work, then we're limiting ourselves. So get out there and take that opportunity. Talk to someone, talk to anybody. Practice with your pets or your plants, right? As you care. I
Yes,
practice with
yes.
my kids too. Like, hey, when they were young, I was like, "What do you think, Nat? Can I do this? Can I do that?" Yeah, there's that. There's that.
Okay.
The reason why I laugh, because from the first one or what Tita just said, I totally agree with it, and I do it as well. Like that, you talk to yourself, you talk. I yeah, Tita does. I talk to the plants as well sometimes.
Ah,
Um,
yeah.
um, that's, it might come off differently, but it's like having that inner dialogue po, and then having that inner talk with yourself. But it's it opens up the doors to being aware of your capabilities, but especially like if you know that you cannot do that, that's also being confident, because at least you know what you can do and cannot do, right? So at least holding on to that confidence as well. It's not that you're ignoring that, it's more that you know where your capabilities are and what your strengths are, and even your weaknesses, where are your weaknesses are as well. That's being confident as well. So that's a really great insight put there. And also our team live chat Potita does have put a lot of our insights there in our team live chat post. So we'll read them. And we have here from earlier from Ate Ben White. She said, not so confident speaking in a crowd, but when I'm doing a task independently that I know, uh, so that will put me being confident. If I'm uncertain po, I ask people around me. There you go. And from hello po Tita Luz Alvaro, hello po Tita Luz there in our team live chat po. Um, by being aware builds into confidence in a way as well. If you know nothing naturally, you're lacking confidence, but as you learn things, you'll start to build up. There you go. And from as well from Caperlin Fernandez po, and she's saying precisely po, we have to challenge ourselves and we just have to do it anyway. But of course, we'll be more confident if we prepare things before we take the floor, right? And from Tita Luz Alvaro, she said, and being surrounded by folks who are just as great is a big plus point in gaining confidence. I believe kind of like being kind of in terms of when it comes to being welcome into a new family that you just met, right? There you go. And from Ate Ben White, she said, if God gives a task, duty, or instruction, there is no reason not to do it. Even if we don't know how, no choice, we have to do it. And there you go. And from Queer Rod, the awareness of God's presence energize us for our work and give us confidence. And from Tita Luz, try and try until you succeed. Everyone agreed po. Queen Nathaniel Russell there as well, and as well our fellow Ohana there, Tita Jonah Grace Lopez there from the district of Edmonton. Hello po, Tita Jonah and Queen Nathaniel. Um, and we also
You're
have
not late, kuya.
Yes, you are not late. You're just in time. There you
Yeah.
go. So, and from Tita Jonah, she said, INC Radio Faith and Melody has opened so many priceless opportunities and possibilities. There you go. And blessed beyond measure. And there you go. And from Ka Grace Betonpo, constant good practice makes perfect. It boosts confidence. And from Kuya Nathaniel, he said in high school he did TV production and loved it, and now I do radio, which kind of translates a little bit to so it translates his experience in TV production. I didn't know that, Kuya Nathaniel. There you go, po. There you go, and thank you so much to our team, Laisha. We still have more topic discussion to do, but before we go to our next part, we do have two INC original music, and it is So We Must Work and Run It with Faith. So Faith and Melody will be right back right after this two INC original music. Stay tuned, everyone, and stay in your seats. We're here.
Your requested song, our favorites, Faith and Melody Heartbeats.
And the two songs again, we will listen to is So We Must Work and Run It with Faith. So that'll be our two INC original music. And Faith and Melody will be right back right after this two INC original music. Stay tuned, everyone.
Onward to further victories, that's the plan. There's no stopping us now, no one can. The brethren before us, they did not fail. Encounter persecutions, but God's love prevail. Now let the triumphs begin. Countries all around the globe gonna know about the Church of Christ. Beautiful chapels, big and small, filled with different races now. Worship God's
Pastors, leaders, and priests, now our brothers, new missions and districts all over the world, and we're stronger ever together.
So we must work, 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 we're moving forward. Busy and work, 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 we're going onward. Victories are happening all around us. And we'll grow all the more because of God's love. Look around, we're seeing His wonders
Take a look around,
Look around, we're growing so rapidly.
and it's all for the glory of God. The Church of Christ will continue to rise. Filipino, Arena, and most churches setting new heights.
World records and aid for humanity. Farming and housing projects to help the poor and needy. When the strife for life arrives, the church provides. Other nations, they continue to fall, but God's children, we continue to heed God's call.
We're proclaiming His praises to the whole globe. Ordaining ministers who kindle our hope. Spreading His truth so all will know.
Spreading His truth so all will know. So we must work, 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 we're moving forward. Busy and work, 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 we're going onward. Victories are happening all around us. And we'll grow all the more because of God's love. Look around, rays of yours. Steady pace this time. Eh, ready to win the prize. Complete the race, run it with faith. Do what it takes to win your cause. Make no mistake, prove that you're brave. Ready to cross the finish line. Steady pace this time. Ready to win the prize. Running. Oh yeah, get a prize at the end. Running. Oh yeah, set your eyes on it. Running. Oh yeah, get a prize at the end. Running. Come on. Running with me. Complete the race. Eagerly running with me. Complete the race. The race waiting for you. Complete the race. Running with me. Complete the race. Yeah, it's waiting for you. Run to be a winner. A sure win when you reach the very end. You're running through every day. Don't hesitate. Running with faith. Running out and around. Run to the finish line. Gotta make it to the end. You need to win to be counted a victor. Oh, yeah. Worship God. Yeah. Share the truth with mankind. Yeah. Raise me on Lord Jesus Christ. Yeah. Tell them always be winning. Yeah. Run with faith. Run complete the race. Let's go. Running. Oh yeah, get a prize at the end. Running. Oh yeah, set your eyes on it. Running. Oh yeah, get a prize at the end. Hey, complete the race. Eagerly running with me. Complete the race. The race waiting for you. Oh yeah. Complete the race. Running with faith. Complete the race. For you.
Your race. Gonna complete it. Through any obstacle you face, you always succeed. How? Cause God is on your side. You better believe it. You receive the formula for success on the weekly. You keep running your race. You stay in your course. You'll never go off track. You're holding on to your faith. You're loyal to the end. Science until you finish your race.
Yeah,
That's
we're
right.
running with faith. Hey, complete the race, yeah. We're running with faith. Hey, complete the race. The prize are waiting for ya. Complete the race.
Running the race.
Running with faith. Complete the race. Yeah, it's waiting for ya. Running with faith.
Complete the race, yes.
We're running with faith.
Running the race.
Complete the race. It's waiting for ya. Running with faith.
Run.
Complete the race. Complete the race. Running with faith. Complete the race.
Keep running your race. Keep running your race.
Run.
Keep running your race.
Complete the race.
Complete the race, yes.
Complete the race.
God is on your side. You better believe it.
Run.
And welcome back to INCRadio's Faith MLD, a program where we talk about our faith and listen to our favorite INCRadio music. Po, and the two songs you just heard po was "Run with Faith" and "So We Must Work." And actually, po, before we go into our topic discussion, we just like to greet po just a few happy birthdays. It's starting po with Tita Malu. Francisco po, happy birthday po, Tita
Happy birthday
Malu.
po, Auntie.
Ayan po, thank you so much po, and you're truly inspiring po, tita. So, there you go. Yes, Joey Care.
Sorry. I just say happy birthday.
Ayan po, happy birthday, Tita Malu. And as well, if I take this time as well to greet my aunt as well. It's her birthday as well. As I say, happy birthday, auntie. There you go, Sister Idaya McNeil there. From my local congregation of Heritage Park po. Ayan. Happy birthday, auntie. Hope you enjoy your day as well today. And we just want to greet po as well. We have a from probably to Jonah. There you go. She just wanna greet po as well. Mommy Lynette po. Ayan po. Hello po, Mommy Lynette as well. Rosettes po there. So thank you so much po as well. There you go. And going back to our topic discussion, in our last discussion, we talked about on finding the meaning of confidence and as well how to build it, right? And in this part of our topic discussion, we will talk about now on how we can build our courage, right? So to continue in our topic discussion, what past experiences have you faced courageously, and what can you learn from them? So we'll go for our experiences first. So what past experience have you faced courageously, right? And again, from earlier, right? From we kind of talked about the meaning of courage, where in which me and Mommy Care had kind of mentioned it. It was through bravery as well. So that be like a similar word to courage. So what past experience have you faced courageously? And there could be many as well. And in my experience, in my past experience, um, actually, it was here on Faith and Melody where, um, for the first time, I when I first joined Faith and Melody, um, let's just say I was not, uh, I was scared to share my um, singing capabilities, and through the help of the Ohana, and of course here in INC Radio as well. Cheering you on was part of how I faced it courageously, because knowing that you have the support, you know of the Ohana and as well the people around you, gives you that feeling that you'll be brave because you're doing it for the people that you love, right? So there you go. That's how I got to do my first cover of an IN's original music through here on Faith and Melodies, and it became now for me, like as you've seen the growth as well, right now. uh
Now you always sing.
I sing on the show, so
Yeah, and you know that you mentioned that I was actually going through our old covers, and I saw how young you were. We were talking
sideburns.
about it, right? Yeah, I know. Right, you've really grown, and that's that's how you build confidence. Just
Mhm.
doing it over and over, being exposed to the many different experiences. Just don't be scared. I mean, it's do not be embarrassed to be embarrassed. You don't
And,
have you're not gonna have any story to share if you don't have those kinds of stories.
true po, right? True, very true. Because you know, even when I first started po, even on Faith and Melody, when I first joined my first episode, there were times that it was short answers, or kind of it was nerve wracking at first, because you are entering in a world where it is very public, and it is where we here appear on camera, right? So especially my first experience, I still call back to that day. I remember my hands were sweaty, and like you can tell, like by the by the handprint on the keyboard and the mouse. So there were many past experiences where I had to face it courageously. But if you didn't commit to it, or if you didn't do it in the first place, then you wouldn't know if you the result after that, right? So that's how I, in my past experience, have had courage in me. There you go. How about for you, Mommy Care?
Christian, for to be courageous here was actually when we had to make a decision on flying to the Philippines because financially we couldn't bring all six of us because that's a lot, right? That's a lot. So it was a decision to have just the two of us with Kuya Dave to go to the Philippines, but that would mean that I would have to leave the boys home, and that would have been the first time to leave them home. And um, that I think for us to be able to do that takes a lot of courage, because again, it's the first time for them to be home, and to be for us to be thousands of miles away. But because we had the confidence of having our Almighty God, knowing that He is there to protect them and to stay with them and take care of them, we knew that this was something we had to do. Like, we really, really wanted to do, to catch the CEBSI anniversary, the awards as well, and be there. But it was whether it was choosing between going to the Philippines to that awards, or staying home with the boys, and obviously being able to go out there in the radio world and be able to be with a lot of people and be able to see people and see performances. um, that was it was the factor that we already, we had to be brave on this and say, hey, we got this. The boys will be okay, because they'll be watched over. And so that's the decision that we had made, is to go to the Philippines. And it was 2 weeks in the Philippines without the boys, so that took a lot of courage for us to go. Sometimes you think that, a lot of we had a lot of people who gave us encouragement, and told us that it was okay, that the boys are okay, because we had a lot of brethren that said, no, we'll watch them. Oh, we'll check up on them. Oh, we'll make sure that they're okay. We'll make sure that they have food to eat. Things like that, that helped us to encourage us to go, that made us say, okay, we'll be okay. They'll be okay. And it had a big impact on us to know that, okay, we could do this. So next time there's another activity like this,
They
now
can
we
stay
know we're
behind
okay.
again.
They can stay behind, unless they pay for their
They're
own
big
ticket.
boys.
They're big boys, but they have to pay for their own ticket. So it was a decision that was made, that was perfectly like, we no regrets on that decision, because it helped as well, to do that, to make that decision. Please, Dad.
Mhm.
Yes, and
Mm.
truly, and I was just also reading as well while you were saying "mommy care" as well. I just been reading as well from our team live chat, especially from Kuya Rod, because he said it's like going skydiving. You just gotta do it, and his wife, Sister Chriselle, and Kuya Rod did it, and she was very confident about it, which made him confident as well. Um,
Mhm.
I would love to try that
Because yeah,
actually.
yeah,
Yeah.
because you build on each other and you base your, you know how it is, like if you have a friend, sometimes who's gonna go through the same experience with you,
Mm.
knowing that you have each other and you have each other's back,
Yes,
it's
po.
it's already one way of you feeling confident, right, and courageous. Now we in life, Kuya Stan, I know you're still very young, and compared to us, Mommy Care, we're
Whoa, whoa,
young but
whoa,
not
whoa, whoa,
very.
whoa,
We're young but not very.
whoa.
Okay. He's young. Yeah, but we
Okay.
have more. Yeah, I can tell you that I have decades of experience and so many situations, and I am truly grateful. I feel very fortunate that I had to go, that I went through that. I went from the bottomest bottom to and slowly rising up, and and I understand, while we're struggling, while we're experiencing probably the worst of the worst in our lives, we'll feel defeated. We'll feel like we're not going to overcome it. But with God, with family, and with people helping us, that builds the confidence. That makes us courageous to do things. Just like Mommy Care's example, that she knows that people will be helping her family, her boys. So she's like, even if it's a parent or a mother's struggle to leave the kids behind, no matter how young or how old they are. That's true, because you don't cease to be a mother or a parent just because your children are old or they have their own family. You will always be their parent. You will always be their mother. So maybe the level of uh fear, I would say, or confidence will change, but there's always that fear, there's always that concern. Now personally, sometimes I probably just go out and experience things like, well, I wanted to do that, Kuya Rod, skydiving, but because of medical conditions I have not been cleared, but I have been wanting that. I have been called a daredevil in my younger days. Like, ask me, don't dare me because I'm the like yeah, when I was younger, because I have that mentality that I wanted to try things. So if I see people enjoying it, like jumping off a cliff, I know that's not, no, don't, no, 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 don't do that. But because I see people doing it, and they look like happy, they look confident. That in me builds confidence in myself, because I'm gonna tell myself, hey, they can do it, I can do it too, of course within limits, of course, no, within the bounds of our doctrines and all that. What I'm saying is, here is what we are able and we should be doing, right? So if I see them being able to hurdle challenges, I feel like I can do that too. So just so to the question, what situations I face, so many situations like that, like taking care of both my parents when they were both sick, when they're in their advanced stage and they're dealing with their own medical situation, and then in my case, my own medical situation that I probably did, like looking back, I I just saw a movie and a TV show, and I told my kids we weren't like that, right? We didn't handle it that way. Just to give you a context, so when I was told I have cancer and I have to do surgery, I think I just said that, okay, what do we do? When can we do it? What do you want me to do to prepare my family? I went through it matter of factly, without thinking like, oh, okay, what's gonna happen? Because I gave the doctors full permission, like whatever you see, whatever you can do it, right? And by the whole time, you were like knocked out, right? So after surgery, that's when they told me that, oh, this is your situation, and we encountered this complication. That's why your surgery was a little longer, but we dealt with it, and this is the plan and all that. That's when I became a little concerned, maybe say a little scared, but I'm already out of the big problem. So it's like I looked at my family, and they're functioning. I mean, they were going to school that time, they have their own concerns. I felt like, oh, I can handle this. I mean, I don't even have to worry my kids, or not even my family. I mean, I can drive myself to to treatment or whatever. I don't think I can, I don't need to bother anyone. And it's just knowing probably that because we've been prepared, every worship service we're being prepared that these things will happen to us, and that this world is not going to get any better. Just the more that we hold on to God, the more that we are going to be, filled with love and God's embrace, the more that we will be confident. And that just gave me the courage to go through it all. And I don't think I had to bother anyone else, except, if I really had to be driven to because I'm knocked out, or I'm under medication or something. Other than that, I felt like I got this, God is with me.
Wow. Yeah, Tita, that's why you're. I mean, you're never alone, po. I
I'm
mean,
sorry
with
I made you fall asleep, Kuya Stan. I know that was a long
no, it's
story.
no, 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 po. It's no, it is ano po. It's inspiring ano po. I don't know, speechless lang po, Tita. Speechless. um, and it's it's hard for when you're facing a huge struggle or a setback. um it's hard to sometimes, even for me, have that develop more of a resilient attitude, right? And you always think about the other people beside yourself, right? So that's really inspiring, Potita, and especially which kind of leads to our kind of next question, but where um, how do you can currently handle failure or setbacks, and what can you develop a more resilient attitude? And I mean, Tita does have already answer that earlier. And we want to hear from our team live chat, and as well hear from our team panel.
Yeah, Kuya
Yes.
Stan, let me just start off with this.
Mm.
It's okay to cry. It's okay to be sad. I mean, I think people put a little negativity to that, because as human beings, when you're dealt, or when you're dealt with the possibly the worst situation in your life, or you're dealt with the saddest news, right? Sometimes we think like, how do I look like right now? Or especially if you're in front of your family, right, and they're looking at you as the person of courage. They look up to you, and you're supposed to be the strongest, and now you're in that situation. So in my case, I was just like, oh, okay, what do we do now? So it's just like that, and it's okay to be sad. Feel it. If you have to grieve, give time for ourselves to do that, because bottled up emotions are, they're the worst situations to handle when it suddenly explodes in front of your face. So little things that probably may irritate us, try to deal with it slowly. Setbacks is part of life. It's the rising back up that makes the what matters the most.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with that, Ati Des. Yeah, I think if you are in that situation, I agree. I think you just have to let it out. Even if you have like if you have an ugly cry, there's some there's some that has the ugly
I
cry.
don't have
I'm
a
sorry.
beautiful cry, Ate
I'm
Care.
sorry. I just like sometimes people worry too much about their appearance, or they think, oh, I'm in this crowd of people and I don't want to cry because, it might ruin my makeup, or, I'm just an ugly crier kind of thing. But that shouldn't matter, because it's good to show your emotions. It's good to show that, yes, I am a human being. I can still cry. I can feel this setback. But you have to look at it as for a failure, you look at it as there's another way, there's another way to do something else, or another way to get past this. Also, if there's like, there's like setbacks, that means it's either, like you said, take it slowly, take one step at a time. You can't jump from 1 to 4. You have to take the 1, 2, 3, 4 to get to where you're at. And maybe if you're just going ahead too quickly, then that plan or that goal that you're trying to get to is going too fast. So you have to take it slowly. If you do have um, setbacks, then just take a breather, take a break. Take things slowly. There's no rush to do these things. Um, go at your pace. There's no time where you have to get this done at this certain amount of time. Even though you have a goal that you say, okay, I want to get this done in 24 hours, it might take 26 hours, it might take the 30 hours, but that's okay, because like you said, it's the point of getting back up and getting there and getting to do what you want to do as well. So
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah. And you know what, Ate Care, 'di ba? Kuya Stan, I'm sorry because we're like we have a lot of experience along these lines. It's like for us, no, especially mothers, as a young mother, and then we have children, maybe one, some people would have twins, or triplets and all that, right? But for regularly, sometimes the first child is the measure of people of how good of a mother you are. You know what I'm talking about, Ate Care? Like, it's like,
Yes.
um that's why for moms, the first child is always like, not the test project, but we go all out. I'm telling you, like Ate Care, with my firstborn, and I'm not the only one here. Almost all the firstborn will have their baby book, all the firsts, first haircut, first nail cut, and all that, right? They are like tucked somewhere nice, because we this is our experience. We'd like to make it as perfect as we can, but reality is we can't. um gratefully, we have, for us mothers, no, we learn it's not going to be the same thing. Our parenting, our motherhood experience will not be the same as others. Some others will have more challenges, no, especially with those, with children with special needs, right? So, but we learn from them. Now, in the beginning, whatever situation will feel a little like lacking, right? At the care, like, I don't think I'm teaching my child enough. I don't think I'm taking care of my child enough. But as we grow together, as we become more accustomed to motherhood, to parenting, then we'll feel confident that just following the commandments of God, the instructions of the church administration, that we will be able to raise our children right. Now, we will not be perfect. There will be moments in our lives where we will also question our own decisions, like, why did I cut my hair? Why did I ever have that hairstyle? But you know what, just look at it on the brighter side. Maybe it's so you can as I said, it's a story that you may want to share in the future. But just have to well, you have to live with it and enjoy it. I mean, no matter how embarrassing the situation may be, every moment in our lives is a teachable moment. Make
Yes,
that count.
agree. Agree. And I wanna bounce off that, Tita, since we still have some time there, because like you said, the first child is not the test baby, but you know, it is a learning process. The first child, being new and young parents at that time, you do learn from that first child, because then you know the do's and the don'ts of what that child can, that he's learned. And it's just that every child is different, but the teachings and the learning is still the same. And then, for me, with the four boys, you go to the second child, and okay, well, I'm not going to do this because the first one did this, and I'm not going to do that with the second one. And then the third one comes along, and it's the exact same thing. Well, the second and the first one did this, I'm not going to do this for the third one. But then the fourth one is, it's pretty much, whatever. He he's pretty well off. He could follow his kuyas. He's got good examples there. You pretty much already, it's like, once you've had the first and second, you already know that the three and four is going to follow, and that it's not going to be too bad of a lesson, or it's not going to be too bad of a failure or a setback, because you already know this is how they're going to be taught. This is the rules. This is how it's going to happen. And I'm not saying the more kids you get, the better the child gets, but it's a little bit easier when you have that experience. As like I
Mhm.
said, I have the three who uh, were brought up almost about the same, and then the fourth one is pretty much, uh, you go ahead and do what you need to do, but you know what's right and wrong. You already trust the process already. So yeah, you just gotta trust that. You just gotta trust that, even though the new parents out there, the parents that are just having kids as well, it does get easier, right? As it gets easier as they get a little bit older. But then you hit that point where they hit that stage, and chapter in their life where adulthood is also starting new for them, and then you also new chapter for yourself to learn as well. So
Mhm.
yeah, I
And
mean,
that's
that's
some
just an example as well.
yeah, and that's something you can share with others as well, because at the care, I have three kids, right? So it's like, is sometimes when people ask me, like, how were you able to raise your kids? They're like two, the middle and the youngest, they're like 2 years apart, and they're pretty much like two different personalities. And of course, my daughter, right? But it's like, for me, I look back and I try to remember, oo nga 'no, how did I manage that? Because at the moment it's happening, you're busy dealing with the situation. So don't worry about what other people may think about you, probably at that moment that you're struggling. And this is in general terms. When we're dealing with a particular setback or a hurdle that we have to hurdle, right? Um, just focus on that one. Just focus and deal with it. because if we postpone dealing with it, or if we altogether, no, deny that ourselves that opportunity to deal with it, it will still come back. And when probably the next time it comes around, it's even worse. Then it's probably harder for us to handle it. So when the situation is right in front of us, deal with it.
Yes.
Yeah, si Kuya Stan is taking notes because he's like, okay, 30 years
For
from
the future.
now,
I'm
when I
like,
have my own
am
children.
I the test child? I was kidding. No, no, because like I am the firstborn of my mom, so I it's so funny, Tito. That I have the baby book, I have my hand and footprints, I
Yeah, everything.
everything.
Even the hospital gown, probably, right? If you still have it.
And the blankets and the
Yeah,
blankets
exactly.
and
I
the
asked.
I still have the blanket until to this day, Tito. This I still
Mm.
have it, uh,
yeah.
and it's like
Wow. Yeah.
it's well, yeah, it's so cool to listen to the experience of parents as well
But
because uh, yes, well, mommy care.
oh no, I was gonna say like with Ati Des, exactly the same. We, the first and the second one has those books, those memorable books that you put things in
Every
there,
milestone.
every milestone from the very beginning, and then you go to the third one, and it's like only 2 pages, and then you have the fourth one, and it's just two pictures tucked in, and that's it.
You know, just the birth certificate.
Yeah, birth certificate, and that's it. Sorry, sorry, because they look at it, they look at the four books, and they'll say, "Why does Kuya have everything? Why does he have
I know.
every little thing in there?" But then
Yes.
the fourth one has like almost nothing, and I said, it's not that easy. It's kind of hard to do, and you guys don't even look at it. You don't need it,
And
So
you
I
did the same
understand that
thing
as well.
anyway, right? You did the
Yeah,
same thing, but maybe a
and
little
you're all boys.
earlier, or maybe.
Yeah, you're all boys. You have the same thing. It's all the same. So just look at his. Yeah.
And
Yes, I
it's
agree.
just so nice fun to hear those experience from from parents. Fun. It is as a child, I get to learn that from my parents as well. So it's nice. It's like a uh nostalgic feeling as well. I'll say that for where when it's crazy because I we brought it here po like when we first moved to Canada po tita that's where in mommy care where po like my baby blanket, my all of
Oh, did
my
you bring them? You still have
uh
them with you?
I still have it po, but it's tucked away. So it's in a special box.
Still, 'di ba? It has
Yeah.
crossed continents, but
It
yeah,
might have
it's
Wow.
it might
special.
have tear a little bit because I
It's
used it when I
okay.
was
Just
growing
keep
up.
it.
But
But yeah, keep it.
yes, po, and it's like it tells you how memorable and how your upbringing was when I
Mhm.
was a firstborn, with my especially with my siblings too. And it's so funny for because I have to agree with mommy care because um me as the firstborn, I have all of these pictures, my medals and trophies. So same with the second one. The third one, and not so much. Like as you said, there's
Oh,
only
but we don't
those.
love you any less, okay? Yung middle
Yeah,
child and the
all
youngest, we love
equal.
you equally.
Yeah. I hope it's all equal for my parents if they're watching.
Oh my God.
But no, it's ano po, it's just so nice po. In it kind of again po, I totally agree with mommy care, right? Like for those who are, I mean, I'm not on that stage yet, and I don't have that perspective yet of being of being a parent, but I mean, I look forward to that,
Mhm.
eventually in the future. But it's just really ano po, interesting and eye opening to
Yeah.
learn more about
Kuya
the
Stan, no, especially you're learning from us. Hopefully, our listeners are as well. I know we're like, no, no, I'm like the oldest in the bunch that we're on the show right now. But it's like this. No,
Yeah.
we're just talking about parenting and raising children. But the thing is, it applies to life in general.
yes, po.
It just so happens like like if you we're saying because this has been our experience, right? But let's take it in the perspective of a young person. Isn't it that when we're in school, when we're taking notes, or when we're taking tests, right, and we miss, or we miss a particular question, Isn't it that that's the one sticks the most to us, right? It's like that's the only question that you missed. How come? If it's a 100 question test, you forgot about the 99 correct answers that you made, right? You don't even celebrate it, but you beat yourself up for that one question that you missed. So the next time, that's the one that sticks to us the most, so that the next time around we know how to handle it. And usually life is just like that. Whatever is extreme, right? So okay, don't touch the lid of the pan when you're cooking because it's gonna burn you. So the next time around you're gonna be more careful, probably put a little more padding to your what's that called, the mitt, oven mitt and all that. So we're building up on these experiences, learning from each one of them. And of course the ones that are really you know what's the term, life changing, there you go, turning points in our lives, that's the one that will stick out the most to us, because that's the one that really helped us probably mature and help us make decisions. Setbacks, failures, it's a constant in our life. We cannot run away from them. And what we can do is just stand tall and stand straight and be courageous. Face it. Just do it and pray to God, ask for help, and you're gonna get through it. I'm just not sure that the hurdle, the competition, you cannot ask for help. You're gonna have to you really have to jump over that obstacle, right? You cannot ask anyone for help for that. But other than that, life in general, there's always a way.
Right. And different approaches, different opportunities. And as long your commitment, right, you're committed, you'll be able, with confidence and courage, you'll be able to overcome that, right? And from our team live chat pod, they have been giving their insights away there. And as well, we just want to read here from Kuya Rod. He said, God has a purpose in all the struggles we go through. The dark moments of our life will last only so long as it's necessary for God to accomplish His purpose in us. And right, and from Tita Luz Alvaro, she said, "Do it one step at a time." And from Tita Jonah, she said, saying to you, po, Tita Des, mommy cares, boys there are so lovable, so caring, so very kind, and kudos to Mommy Care and Kuya Dave for awesome upbringing. There you go. And as well, from we have a viewer here din po. We also have Ka Leandro del Mundo po. Let us know po where you're tuning in po. And we would love to hear from you po as well. And from um, Ate Ben White, she said, trust your instincts and gut feeling. Pray, and if God gives it, and that's yours, right? And as well, from Dita Jonah. She said she was kind of answering to earlier about the parenting and the first child and so forth. She said that she still has everything and have her with her from Kuya and from Kuya Ken, and of course her daughter ultrasound films and all of their hospital tags and even their first blanket and onesies.
Mm-hmm.
So
Oh yeah,
there
the,
you go.
the tags, right? Yeah.
Yes, I
Even if the ink is fading.
Yes.
I know.
and there
And
you go.
and sorry for no, I hope you're not sensitive, but there's actually a scientific thing for, the when you preserve the umbilical cord. No, but it has to be done properly, because in the Philippines they just let you like bag it and take it home. Right? But then this is what we found out. Well, because in my situation, I had two miscarriages after the first one. So the next child that I had, they said, just to be sure, preserve the umbilical cord because of the stem cell and all that. But just a little story, okay? But in the Philippines, it doesn't matter. Cut the cord, bag it, take it home, and they're still there somewhere.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
And that's the beauty of parenthood.
Yeah.
I
Everything
believe
is a memory.
Yes, everything. Everything.
And with that thought, it's been so much fun in this part of our topic discussion, truly, to learn more about being courageous. And that's also, especially when our mommy care and tita does have they told their experience on their path of parenthood as well. Before we continue, we'll actually learn and we get reminded in our verse of the week, and this is helping those in need. And it'll be reminded by my brother Bob Pilleen, a minister of the gospel. But we'll hear our verse of the week. Kuya Tech, take it away.
One of the sad realities that remains even in our modern times is the truth, the reality that many children, in fact, millions of children all over the world, go to sleep at night hungry. Families not able to provide the basic needs for their household. Hello, I'm Bob Pauline, and I want to share with you a command of God that we here in the Church of Christ are so happy and thankful to always respond to. I'll quote Deuteronomy chapter 15, wherein here the Lord gives to us the following instruction. There will always be poor people in the land. So I command you to give freely. Open your hand to your neighbors or relatives or countrymen, brothers, and to the poor and needy in your land. God has given this as a command. We will not just shut our heart and close our eyes. Here inside the Church of Christ, we're thankful for the church administration's guidance. For all of us inside the church are open-handed in helping our fellow men, especially our brothers and sisters in the faith. That is our way inside the Church of Christ, the Iglesia ni Cristo, under the leadership of the church administration. Come, join with us and be part of the great works that we are doing all over the world in fulfillment of this command of our Almighty God. Stay safe, stay strong, stay faithful.
We would like to thank Brother Bob Pilleen, for a minister of the gospel, for our verse of the week, and we're reminded in our helping those in need. And as we wrap up our topic discussion, and this has been a truly a insightful and really eye-opening discussion for all of us here. But for our question, for our team live chat, and as well for our team panel here, how can acknowledging and celebrating small victories contribute to the growing confidence and courage, right? So celebrating those small wins, well, for me, you know having confidence and courage, that's already truly a big win, because those two goes hand in hand. And especially when you're faced with um, like great challenges, not maybe not only in life but also like in terms of different applications of it, maybe through work, to school, or even your career, right? Acknowledging and celebrating that small victories, that hey, I got promoted, or you got a raise, or you got a uh you know new perk or a new benefit. um that's already a big win, and it inspires you to do more and be more confident, and being have more courage in the more challenges that you will face, right? So um yeah, that's uh how acknowledging and celebrating your small wins could really impact or maybe even contribute to the growing confidence and courage there. Over for you, Mommy Care.
Yeah. When you reach a small victory or even a large victory, it's always worth celebrating. It's always worth getting food. It's always worth, giving each other a high five, right? So when you do that, or you even acknowledge those that did a great job on what they did, or whatever task they had accomplished, acknowledging that gives them more confidence. It gives them more of a more confidence to challenge themselves. Say, hey, I did level one, let me go to level two. I did level two, let's go to level three. When you give somebody a pat on the back, it encourages them to keep going. I know if somebody, pats me on the back or says, great job at the care, then I'm going, oh, that's awesome. Let me go to the next level. Let me do something else so that they also will be proud of me. So, those small victories, it's no matter how small or how big it is, if you could celebrate it, if you could acknowledge it, the confidence there is going to keep growing. And then when that keeps growing, um, you 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 get that courage to keep going further and further. You don't stop because it is unlimited. It is unlimited out there, and if you have the confidence and the courage to go do that, go do it. Go do it. And if you've seen somebody reach their little goal or even their big goal, go say, great job, treat them out to ice cream or coffee, and I will guarantee their confidence will be better. They'll want to do more. So if you've, like with Kuya or maybe, if you've been out there and you've been on a stage and maybe you've sang in front of a crowd, you know, you've done that first step, so you can go to the second step and sing some more, right? Or you can go to the third step and be the lead singer. You just keep going on because I'm sure that all these compliments that you are getting, or who's ever been, in front of a big crowd of people, um, you'll want to do more. You want to do more because you're going to show everyone, hey, I could do this. I could do this. And if I could do it, you could do it. And I want to bring that up as well as this the stepping stool on being a host as well is it gives you that confidence to speak. And a lot of times sometimes in our own local or our own district, some of us, the hosts, are asked to be an MC, right? Or they're asked to be the lead up there. And if they know that you are confident enough, or you have that courage to do that, they're going to ask you. And when they do ask you, take that challenge, take it, because they already know that they have the confidence in you that you can do that job. So, yeah, don't turn down a challenge, right? Can you stand
And celebrate it at the care because
and
you deserve
celebrate?
it. Yeah, you deserve
Yes,
it. I
yes,
mean, some
exactly.
people might say that, oh, why you're celebrating? You just finished your homework, but you don't know how much effort, how much sacrifice that person had put in, right? So maybe their celebration is just going to the kitchen and cooking something special, or ordering out, or buying something really nice and special for themselves, right? But
Yes,
when you give yourselves, when you give that to yourself, when you give others that chance, the opportunity to stop, celebrate, give them a pat in the back. And ate care, totoo yan, that's very true. It gives them the encouragement to tackle even harder, even more complicated tasks. It's like if you're good in the small ones, you're ready for the big ones, so you're not just gonna be stuck in there. And of course, no, give yourself a little parang ano, awarding ceremony, if you may wanna call it that, by probably go shopping, window shopping,
yes,
going out, right? You want to go all out shopping, go give yourself that, because you deserve that. You worked hard, go give yourself a little reward.
yes. Agree.
A
Little,
pat
no? So
on the
like a
back.
piece of cake, not what a big cake. A pint of ice cream, not like the big tub.
Not a gallon.
Yeah.
Uh, and don't forget to, reward yourself, right? Because you put all of those efforts, those sacrifices, those things that you need to do to um be able to do that, right? So you know, and it is truly like when it comes to this. So in for our last question here, because I want to learn from our team live chat as well, and from our team panel here. Um, uh, how can feedback how can feedback help you build confidence, and encourage you to take courageous steps. And you know, this will be our last question for our topic discussion for
That's
today.
how you know what how
Yes.
you're doing, Kuya Stan.
Mm-hmm.
If we don't want to hear feedback, it's like you're never gonna know how you're affecting people. So, and there are those who are unsolicited. Listen to them as well, but don't take that too seriously. That you might focus on that and be discouraged by that now, because people will always be saying things, but feedback will help us mature, will help us do the right thing the next time and do better the next time. So I just in relation to the previous question, because I just had a recent meeting where everyone who had a perfect attendance were acknowledged. No, they haven't had any absences. We're already towards the end of May. So everyone who didn't have any, who had a perfect attendance for work since January, they were given a little reward. Okay, it's a bag of rice, but you know what everybody was thinking was, I want that bag of rice. I want my name on that board. I want to be, celebrated as well. So it's like that was the effect to everybody, not just the bag of rice, of course, but it's like, if he can do it, if they can do that, yeah, let me, I'm gonna join. I'm gonna make sure that for the rest of the year I will try as much as I can. I will pray hard and be safe, so that I don't miss any work, and I'll get a bag of rice. And that is like a feedback too, right? Because
Yes,
if you
yes.
have any absence, or if you're late at work, you're not gonna get any recognition. No bag of rice. You can ask your friend.
You know what that is, it is. You know, it's funny. You know, if you get feedback, it's also a constructive uh, for you to build yourself up, right? To make it better. Because what's better than that is when you get that confidence, you get that boost of energy, that boost of confidence when you know you're doing good, or
Mhm.
possibly something that you can improve on. So getting that feedback, it's not like you said, don't take it personally, but take it as something that you can improve on, or something that you can do something better. Maybe you did the best job you did and it's the greatest that you've ever done. Then you have somebody that says, oh, you know what, you could have probably done just a tiny bit better. So then you know that they have confidence in you, that you have more that you can give, there's more that you can do, because they have that confidence in you. So getting that feedback lets you know, um, instead of staying on the level 2, you can go to level 4, because
Yeah.
they know, right? And you reward yourself, when you reward yourself, or anybody that rewards you, even if it's a bag of rice, especially because we love rice, you know, it's a boost of confidence, knowing, oh, if I could do this, if I can win this, I
Mm-hmm.
could do better. I can do even
Mm-hmm.
more. Come to work on the weekends. That's what you could do. Come to work on
Yeah.
the weekend. Do more, right? It makes you want to do more with those extra
Mm-hmm.
rewards, the extra
Yeah.
rewards that you do get, right?
Especially if the feedback comes from your leaders or from your superiors or the people that you're really seeking approval from, you really would want to hear their feedback, because you wanted to please them, right? In the same way that we wanted to please our Lord God. We may not hear it directly from him that, son, child, these are my feedback. No, but we will find that out in our own lives. If we're asking God for something, God will let us know what he thinks about what what we've done through how we live our lives, or what happens in our lives. And that's one way for us to know how to proceed as well. So yeah, listen to all feedback. I know there are others that they're more like chatter than feedback. Yeah, listen to them as well, because we never know how much or how we affect people, because people will have their different opinions and their different situations. So when we listen to feedback, that's how we know that I think I can handle this better next time. I won't repeat that anymore. So Yeah, I won't part my hair this way. I won't wear this color anymore. I won't wear high heels, etc. So you'll know better. You'll do better the next time.
There you go. And truly, with this topic has been really eye opening, not only for our listeners and viewers, but all of us here for our team panel. And going to our Christian values, because that is our topic discussion. And thank you everybody for participating and giving your insights as well. But I just want to quickly read quickly in our team live chat their insights as well. I was just say hi to Ati Tony there, Valenzuela. Hello, Ati
Ate
Tony.
Tony.
And she said that as someone overcoming an intense inner critic, celebrating the small stuff reminds you that, hey, you did it. Might not have been how you wanted, but getting through means getting to try again. And yes, let's keep from Queer Rod. Yes, let's keep encouraging each other, build each other up, get better every day. And from Auntie Tony, and we have to be able to do that for ourselves and be proud of ourselves, because no one can do that for you enough to convince yourself if you don't believe it too. And from Ati Tony, the wake ups means God has more for us to do, and that's a good reassurance to keep trying. And Queer Rod, when we ask when we ask Mommy Care to host the district bookload formal, we were confident because she'll do an awesome job. There you go. Look at that. Even a small, like a big win. There you go. And I don't even, from Tita Luz Alvaro, um, every day she gets up, she asks herself, what can I do to please God today? And most of the time I end up doing things to please herself, to satisfy as well, to keep her in order. And from Tita Luz Alvaro, feedback is our big push in life. And from Ati Ben White, she said feedback is a gift, and it's better to know that the truth, especially when you feel the giver does it with love. And Oppo, we need to be humble as well. And going to our Christian values, building confidence and courage is a journey that empowers individuals to overcome challenges. Confidence is nurture through the recognition of one's abilities and achievements, fostering a strong belief in our capabilities. Courage is cultivated by overcoming fear, even in the face of uncertainty and potential failure. And together, they create a powerful harmony. Confidence provides the foundation of self assurance, while courage propels us to act despite our doubts. As we're reminded in our worship services, God will always give us on what we need. We should always entrust everything to Him. And thank you so much, everybody, for participating in our topic discussion for today. And we would like to take this time also to ask our fellow panelists for further greetings or any promotions coming their way. Mommy Care.
Yes, I just want to promote tomorrow, Wednesday at 9 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time. We continue with Faith and Melody with Manong Flo and Ati Jonah. Our topic for tomorrow is building up one another, and also our overflowing with grace and care. We have something special there for TLC. So tune in tomorrow because we're excited to show that to all of you as well. So we will see you tomorrow on Wednesday, Faith and Melody.
Yes, and thank you so much, Mommy Care, for joining today. As well, Tita Des, you have any greeting spot and special promotions?
Of course, Thursday, come back. All right. After Wednesday is Thursday. We still have Faith and Melody. And we are going to talk about the extra mile outlook. So, are you
Ooh.
an extra miler? Join us in the discussion. And of course, we'd like to greet once again Auntie Malu Francisco. She's also an Ohana.
Woohoo!
We love
Woohoo!
you, Auntie. God bless po. And everyone who tune in today. Nakita ko si Kuya Josh Arteta humabol pa. Kuya Josh and Ate Ben, in the Philippines on Sundays at 6 p.m. meron po tayong rerun ng Faith and Melody. Hope you can also catch
Mhm.
the rerun this coming weekend. And take care, everybody. Aloha, mahalo, ahuiho. Malaman
Ayan
po,
po.
no?
Thank you
Thank
po,
you for
Tita Des. And we would like to just to give our special acknowledgements po to our most beloved Executive Minister, Brother Eduardo V. Manalo, and as well to our CEBSI President and CFO Coordinator po, Brother Angelo Eranio V. Manalo. And as well po, I just want to do my greetings as well. I just want to greet po the District of Calgary, Canada. And I just want to invite po the brethren because we have a historic activity coming this Sunday. And to let you know more po, we have a Care for Humanity po, Tita Des, and we are expecting, but and we are helping po a 1,000 people. And this will be
wow.
a milestone po in our district. So please po, for our
Wow.
brethren po in the District of Calgary, Canada, come to this Sunday po, May 26th. I believe it will start po at 1:30 p.m. po for our Care for Humanity coming this Sunday po. So ayan po. And as well, Faith and Melody, keep tuning in po. That's always Monday to Thursday. It's 10 a.m. Daylight Time to 12 noon. Or in the
6
Philippines,
a.m. Hawaii and aloha to the District of Hawaii Pacific. Thank you po, Kajem, and to all the ministers.
yes, po. And that is Tuesday to Friday. That's 12 a.m., 12:01 a.m. to 2 a.m. Philippine Standard Time. And of course, we also have our rerun on Sunday at 6 p.m. Philippine Standard Time. And next up na po is Iglesia ni Cristo and the Bible. And Kuya Tech, let us know what is our topic for Iglesia ni Cristo and the Bible. And our last song for today is Unstoppable. So this has been Faith and Melody with Kuya Stan, Mommy Care, and Tita Des. Aloha, mahalo, kahui ho.
Wow.
Hey,
Uy.
there you go. Confidence and courage.
Until next time. Oh,
Until
Wow.
next time
yes.
po.
And yes, we hear you. So watch out for it. Let's pray that it happens. Hopefully it does. The Ohana meet and greet.
Yes.
We're
Yes.
planning it, okay?
Yes,
Ooh, thank
watch
you
out
so
for
much po to
that.
our Kuya Tex as well. Kuya Nico and Kuya Dan. Thank you so much po as well for helping our broadcast for today. And see you soon po. This has been Faith and Melody po. Bye-bye po. We're in this together. Together.
Together. No good, huh? No good. Oh, there you go.
Oh,
There you go.
Oh,
surprise!
wow.
We're back.
We're back. And welcome to Faith and Melody.
Bye po.
Onwards to further all victories, moving forward to make more history. Let's see more than a century. Evidently, this is heaven sent, God given energy. We're never getting tired. The bar we raise it high. We're not just trying to get by. More properties we buy, more countries we reach, more converts baptized in the race that we're running. Man, it seems that we fly. In God we trust, on Him we rely. Always giving us strength, the faith, the light, the love, the hope. The life that we need, all His miracles we see for the INC. His goodness and power can be seen in our victories.
With God's help, we're striving. With God's love, we're shining. All the blessings God gives, all the blessings He receives will only help to fight for our victory.
With God's help, we become unstoppable. With God's help, everything is possible. All of the accomplishments are remarkable. Others can hate, but they still can't stop it though. We move forward, never ever stumble. With God blessing us, we still stay humble. And through the struggle and all of the trouble, our work we redouble and look at what it's come to. We're global now, we're not done yet. Working before the sunrise and way past the sunset. From where the sun rises to where the sun sets, always putting in work, that's what His Son said. We're going farther than the seas and beyond our limits because God is on our side. We will never be finished, our hands keep on working and we still stay winning. Made it to 100, that's just the beginning.
With God's camp, we're thriving. With God's help, we're rising. All His teachings He bestows, all His teachings will oppose. We march on and on for the victory. Thousands of brethren who are studying His teaching. Millions of fellow men who are learning His us to grow with. God's great name made truly known. More than 100 years of God's countless blessings. Everything made possible. More than 100 years of His of never ending. Through the good and the bad, we remain victorious. We return all the praises to a God so glorious.
This is INCRadio, DCEM 954, the voice of truth, the official radio station of the Church of Christ